back to my channel where we're about that breaking cycles life. It's a beautiful morning out. It's actually 6:30. Yeah. But nice life. The early morning life is the life I like to live. And today, to start our week, we are going to go into a song that recently dropped, and I really love it. I actually found the main keys to it on the piano. I was like, oh, this song is like really epic. And it is none other than More Than Able by Elevation Worship. When I tell you that I love Elevation Worship and the way they just do their thing, from the lyrics to the musical background, the musical composition, it's just amazing, right? But let's get into the lyrics and then you'll see why I love this song. Now, apart from the nice musical background and just how it was so perfectly orchestrated, yes, these lyrics really do remind me that God is more than able to do anything in my life. Now it says, verse 1, it says, "When did I start to forget all of the great things you did? When did I throw away faith for the impossible? How did I start to believe you weren't sufficient for me? Why do I talk myself out of seeing miracles?" And the last part of that verse is what really took me out. And I know many of us can resonate with that question. Why do I talk myself out of seeing miracles? And I am urging you from the very start of this video to stop talking ourselves out of seeing miracles. If we actually read the Bible and see all that happens throughout every story, every character in the Bible, things did not happen fast. And in our fast-paced world, you've more than likely heard this before, we always want things to happen now. But with God, as my friend always says, with God, things happen slowly. And it's not slowly in the fact that He doesn't want to let things happen, but good things come to those who wait, right? And good things take time to process. And God makes sure that He makes everything good. And at the time that it's ready, it will be the right time. And I have experienced this. I'm pretty sure you have experienced this, because honestly, let me just use med school as an example. I was wondering why I didn't start med school in 2018, and like, why didn't I just work 1 year and then come and do med school in 2018, because I was already in China from 2017. And then I was delayed a year, but then coming to med school in 2019, and just having everything unfold in regards to every aspect of my life, I'm like, okay, I see why you delayed me, and it was the right timing that you delayed me. And I thank him so much for the fact that He made me start in 2019 and not 2018, right? So these miracles, they take time, we know, because with God all things take time, but it's worth the wait. And we ought to stop doing this. Like, why do we talk ourselves out of seeing miracles? It stems from the fact that we want things now, and we talk ourselves out of it. We're like, okay, if it's not happening now, then definitely God is not working. That is not true, right? And we need to get into the mindset that we need to have faith and trust in God to know that He will come through and He will keep His promise. And I'm someone that I don't like people breaking their promises to me. And I hold God to His promises in my life. So that's part of the reason that keeps me waiting on Him to fulfill it. I'm like, this doesn't look like it's gonna happen. And He's like, I'm not gonna break my promise. You get me? So that's part of the reason why I still hold on. And I'm like, okay, you said it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, with many things in my life, right? And then it goes on to the chorus. It says, "You are more than able," and it's repeated 4 times. And then it ends with, "Who am I to deny what the Lord can do?" we limit God. Honestly, when talking to a lot of people, I realize how much we limit God. And I try to speak people out of it. I try to speak myself out of it. I'm like, let's not limit God, and let's realize that He can do what He said He's gonna do, and even more than that. And verse 2, it says, now I see all that I have. I've got my confidence back. I'll put my trust in the one who still does miracles. You do miracles. Like, this is my favorite part of the song. Now I see all that I have. This is like this is kind of referencing to while you're here, like while I was here, and then realizing all that happened um after the miracle was done, or after the promise was given. Like, now I see all that I have. I've got my confidence back. Your confidence is restored, and you're trusting God to go on another journey of promise with Him is also restored. And to know that, okay, if He did it before, He'll do it again. The song is so amazing. And then it goes on into the bridge. My favorite part. It says, can you imagine, like, I was talking to my friend yesterday, I'm like, when this part comes on, I feel like I'm in a musical in heaven. You know, when everyone is just around you and singing, and it just seems so light, so airy, the atmosphere, and it just makes you feel happy and like you're in the presence of God, and you're all just singing and just praising Him. And it says, can you imagine, with all of the faith in the room, what the Lord can do? What the Lord can do. It's gonna happen. With all of the faith in the room, He's gonna move. He's gonna move. And it's repeated 3 times. And I I know we hardly see, it happens. We hardly see this level of these types of miracles happen in our lives today. But the this bridge, it makes uh it makes a good point. It says, with all of the faith in the room. If you don't have a body of a group of faith believers, trust me, what miracles are you going to see? And you know, birds of a feather flock together. We ought to try and find people that will build us in regards to our faith, and not just our faith in terms of the doctrine, but our faith in terms of, okay, God is going to do something in your life, and we need them to encourage us when things look like it's not about to happen the way it's supposed to happen, right? We need that level of encouragement, and we need that level of faith. And just imagine having all of that faith, how mountains can be moved, and just how God can do great and mighty things. Like, I've seen Him do things in my life and in people's life. I'm like, yeah, God is still alive. God is still working, right? And it goes on to the refrain. It says, anything is possible. Who am I to deny what the Lord can do? Yeah, who am I? Little frail old me. Who am I to deny what the Lord can do? And it's repeated 3 times, and then it goes on into the final verse. It says, I've come a long way. I've seen how you work. There's so much goodness and grace, much more than I deserve, because I know who I am, but I can't stay where I am, where I'm at. We've come this far by faith, and I just can't turn back. Trust me. That's how I feel. Oftentimes, I'm like, God has really brought me far. Because who I was, I'm like, just in terms of my heart posture, back then, and I'm like, no, God has really matured me, and He has brought me along. He has brought me a far way, and just in regards to what He promised me, and the fact that He fulfilled His promise once, that I know He'll do it again, and just all of that is like, okay, as hard as the trial is, like, I know that it's still worth it to be on God's side. Like, I can't turn my back on him. And then it goes on to the chorus, the final chorus. It says, "You're not done with me." The second chorus, it says, "You're not done with me yet." It's repeated twice. There's so much more to this story. Then it goes on, it's repeated again, and said, "You're not done with me yet." It's repeated like 3 4 times. And then he said, "There's so much more to this story." And then it goes on to the second refrain. It says, "Who am I to deny what the Lord can do?" And the third chorus, it says, well, this is the ending of the song. It says, "God is more than able." So it moves from "you are more than able" to "God is more than able." And who am I to deny what the Lord can do? Guys, go listen to this song. It's a really beautiful song. I really love it. And it's a nice worship song. Listen to the lyrics and make sure that um, you are reminded that God is more than able to do great and mighty things in your life, because He is. He is. And who are we to deny what our God can do? Right? So that's our song, "More Than Able" by Elevation Worship. I hope you guys have a great day and a great week ahead. I'll see you on Thursday. Bye bye. Have a great day. Hey guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's encouragement, and I hope you guys are ready for the day ahead. Now do me a favor and press that like button and subscribe button if you are new, so that we can get more of this positive Christian content out into the world, okay? And I'll link my daily devotional playlist right here and my Let's Talk playlist if you want to tackle some social issues, okay? So have a great day guys. Bye bye.